Good evening, Super Metroid Randomizer fans. That's right. Plenty more Super Metroid multi-category tournament randomizer action coming your way here on Speed Gaming 4. My name is the Hockey Towner. It gives me great pleasure to be commentating this race between mm2nescartridge and Derxu. Joining me in the commentary booth is the one, the only Apathy Duck. What's going on, Duck?
How's it going? I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing great. Very excited to be commentating this race. It's a 4-1 matchup, and I got to tell you, Doug, these week 6 settings.
You cut out there a bit, Hockey.
What can I say? Technical difficulties are abound whenever I'm on comms, Doug. How we doing now? Are we coming in clear?
Yeah, you're good now.
All right, must be a problem with the push-to-talk key, or maybe something wrong with the brain-mouth interface of the Hockey Towner, but nothing else is new there. But Duck, these settings, I think they're bonkers. I love them. I'm excited for this race. Playoff contention here between MM2 and Derxu. What do you think?
Yeah, it's an interesting mode. We had I think it was week 3 was Chozo Boss Shuffle Vanilla area. The thing with Light area and Vanilla area is like structurally they're actually very similar. If you don't know what Light area is, basically we have all the areas in the game and they will connect to the areas they would normally, but exactly where in that area is randomized, and the locations of each area is randomized. So, like for instance, like the normal door to wreck ship in criteria, that might go to Turian or that might go to Green Brinstar, but the amount is always the same. So what that effectively means is like the structure of the map is the same as it would be in vanilla. So like Lower Norfair is going to be at the very bottom of the map. It's going to be the furthest away from the ship, and Turian's going to be at the top. So you sort of want to attack this the same way you would a vanilla areas category. But you just don't know exactly how it's all put together. But Chozo is also, there's so few Chozo statues, you pretty much always going to get Varia, Charge, and Gravity, and those are really the big things you're looking for. So it's very similar to week 3 with just a little bit of a twist thrown in. So, but it's still a fairly straightforward category, I think.
No, for sure, Doug, for sure. Astute analysis, as always. I would expect nothing less, of course. But I do like Light area because you're never really hunting to find Torian, or if you absolutely have to find Croc, you're not hunting to find Croc too much. And some of the transitions even are vanilla, but with that added wrinkle of Boss Shuffle, I mean, Ice Beam and Speed become less important, because we're not really going to need a Crystal Flash clip to get past Botwoon if Dragon is not vanilla, and if our runners get to Dragon before they enter Meridia. But
even with, like I said, because of that default structure, I think like before you know anything about the seed, the way you always sort of want to ideally attack it is like go down to Lower Norfair, finish that boss, and then come all the way back up. So a lot of times in seeds, like even if Dragon's even at like Fantoon, that Crystal Flash can still be pretty useful because it just like makes sure you're routing a little bit cleaner. So we might still see it even if it's not hard required. There certainly is, especially with this is 4-1 match. These are both very good players. They're going to be looking for any sort of edge, and the Crystal Flash might give them an edge in that. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But
yeah, it should be an exciting one. But I have to warn you, Duck, the seeds that I have commentated or tracked, or even just watched as a member of the audience, the suits have almost been next to each other in all of them. That was no different last night. But I'm hoping there's going to be a little bit more spread. And I do like this route divergence early here. I like MM2 checking this portal since he did find power bombs in the ceiling. And that is Torian.
Torian,
great information.
Yeah, when you do this scout, I think the two things you really want to be here are either Torian or Green Brinstar. If it's just Green Brinstar, you can just go ahead and just do it. Because that's really what you're looking for next. There's 3 Chozo items in Green Brinstar. Especially if you get a Green Brinstar early, what you can do is, the other Green Brinstar connection is going to be up top, and you can just finish off the 3 Chozos at the top of criteria later. Turian's also big because like that's the one you need to finish with, and just knowing it's down here can be pretty big. One of the differences between light area and area is like information on the doors is a little less valuable here because you sort of just coming into the seed know half the information anyways.
Right.
So with Derxu not knowing where terrain is, you might see like at the end, Derxu have to like kind of check some of the other doors, where MM2 will be able to beeline down here. So I mean that honestly, that information could be the difference even this early.
Yeah, no question about it. We've seen closer finishes. Torian information, as you said, Doug, incredibly important. That's a spring ball pickup at 230 missiles. Of course, 230 missiles is a Chozo statue, so definitely a major item there. Still going to bomb Terizo. MM2, having checked that meme route, though, is now just getting to Parlor. We'll see if he decides to pick up or to check 230 here.
Well, with 0 power bombs, it'll be tricky.
Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, you're right. I was gonna say he has plenty of ammo, but he doesn't. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, that check will exhaust your power bombs. It'll also prevent you from getting below mother brain if you don't have a second power bomb or like bombs that you found early.
No, for sure.
But what you can, yeah, you can just loop through Gauntlet or just come back after a ship here. I like the ship save scum. I think MM2 is probably going to do that. Come back, check the 230. It won't be a very big payoff. Spring Ball is not. It can be required, but it's kind of unlikely in Chozo.
Oh, for sure. I do love the early grapple beam pickup. That's going to make, whether they find gravity soon or later, that's going to make traversing through many parts of the game much easier, including parts of Meridio. Oh my goodness, look at that ship from MM2.
I hate it. I hate it so much. The early grapple, I forget if both these guys can do the X-ray deboost, but it takes that off the table for being a game decider, because you can just X-ray is just unlogic now fully. So.
Right.
But without the X-ray deboost, with either light or vanilla areas, that X-ray is always going to be found fairly early, and the X-ray deboost is very valuable. But the seed's off the table as a major factor.
No question, no question. So we will have a 230 missile check here for MM2 since he did refill his power bombs along with the rest of his ammo at the ship. And that is a spring ball pickup for MM2. I'm going to try to use it to great effect in certain parts of this game. The spring ball jump was a pretty new tech to me probably a couple years ago, and now there's even double spring ball jumps. So, I mean, that's really impressive the way the randomizer has forced runners to either adopt or invent new strategies.
Yeah, spring ball's nice to have. It's probably not what you want. The suits can't be in criteria, but being able to pick up a movement item this early in the seed, the earlier you get a movement item, just the more it pays you back. So spring ball's not really what you want. It's more of it helps a little bit of movement. You can save you some bomb jumps, and then it'll enable some of the more corrupt tech. But yeah, we'd definitely rather see like a high jump or a space or even like a screw attack there.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But it looks like Derxu first to get to Green Hill Zone. I didn't catch what... was that the moat? That's how he got there? But MM2's going down the other way, the vanilla way, more or less. A couple rooms faster, but going down the Green Bryn elevator.
This works out better for MM2. You always kind of want to enter through one of the ends here. So MM2 is entering through the end, is going to be able to check all these items. Where Derxu sort of, I think, entered in the middle. So kind of had to like backtrack a little bit to check. But after this, they're going to go to Red Tower. MM2 just not going to care what door it is. Derxu is going to have to backtrack here. So MM2 is, because Red Tower is going to be one of the other two doors.
Right.
So either have to backtrack or has the option of going through criteria to get to the Red Bryn Star door, but he doesn't know where that is. So I think just backtracking is going to be better, but MM2 is going to pick up a little efficiency from the routing here.
How about that super count array for MM2? 25 supers,
and
how about regular old bombs at Spore Spawn Chozo statue? So good pickup. I mean, that gives you worst room in the game with no other items. That high jump list, that wall jump is just crazy hard to do. But yeah, curious what our runners are gonna do with this loadout. I know you said they're gonna try to find Red Tower, but
it's Red Tower, and it just always is. Like that's just
it always is
the only thing you can do.
It's like death, taxes, and Red Tower. They're all inevitable,
Yeah. One of the main things to think about when you're doing these boss randomizers is you want to keep an eye on how many bosses you can kill. So 2 of the bosses you can always just kill just with some ammo. As long as you just literally, if you just have a missile pack, they're technically killable. It's Fantoon and Kraid. It's not great, but it's technically doable. And then for Ridley, you really want 30 supers plus about at least 5 E-tanks. And Dragon, of course, there's a bunch of ways to do it. You can Crystal Flash. The grapple is big. So really, at this point, MM2 is like 1 super pack. And, I mean, technically with the missiles and the power bombs is doable, but MM2 is just 1 super pack and just E-tanks away from having all 4 bosses be killable, which allows you to be much more aggressive in your routing. So that might be pretty big for MM2. Having those 25 supers can be a little bit more aggressive when they get to where the bosses are.
No, for sure, for sure. Love to see aggressive plays. Love to see kind of the tactical skips that a lot of runners will make, especially given I've seen this tournament, Duck. I mean, the competition between the 80+ players has been incredibly fierce, but a lot of respect paid. From especially in these 4-1 or even undefeated matchups, like you kind of learn your opponent's tendencies, and then you decide your game plan, your strategies based on that. And it's like sometimes you have to really amp up the aggressiveness. So I hope to see some aggressive plays from both runners here.
Apparently, I'm not doing my homework though, then, because I haven't done
what.
I just played the seed. I just do what I think's good.
I don't know, especially. I mean, Duck, you're seasoned veteran when it comes to Super Metroid Randomizer. Maybe there's not a lot of people.
No, I'm not. This is literally the first time I've ever played this. This tournament is the first time I've played SMR.
Are you serious?
Yes. I mean, I played SMZ3, so it's not like randomized
totally
SM.
Totally, it's like cricket versus baseball, Duck. It's totally different.
Yeah, this is literally the first time I've played one of these seeds.
Well, I stand corrected then. Don't take any advice from me, Doug. Go your own way.
Well, clearly you shouldn't take any advice from me either, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Just a couple of clueless commentators. And how about Varia's suit at Spazer for MM2? Works perfectly with this red tower ascension here. He will be heading into Norfair and protected in superheated rooms.
Yeah, I do not like Derxu's call here going to wreck ship. Like I said, like you sort of have a game plan every single time. Okay, and Derxu's turning around. This was gonna, especially just, it's doable with spring balls, gonna be so slow. And like, what are you gonna get out of it? Unless Fantoon is there and Gravity Suit is also there, like, which is pretty low chance. Like I said, you just want to attack Norfair. I mean, at this point, I mean, MM2, I mean, definitely wants some E-tanks. And there's a lot of locations here in Upper Norfair and a lot of Chozo locations, so I expect a couple E-tanks to come in. But I mean, at this point, like MM2 is just going to be going down to Lower Norfair and killing that boss. Just wants a little bit more health to make it doable.
Yeah.
But it has screw attack, like even with 0 E-tank. Yeah, honestly, you just, like, as far as the 4 bosses go, the only boss you actually want an E-tank for at this point is Dragon, because you're going to have to do the grapple kill and the grapple escape, which will drain your health. But, like, you're not taking heat damage from Ridley. Kraid and Fantoon with Varia are kind of jokes. So, like, really all MM2 is worried about is, for energy-wise, is Dragon.
Yeah.
We want Derxu back in criteria. Yeah.
Got to make that gauntlet check. Could be something vital, like an ice beam or a speed booster.
The problem is, the suits can't be here, and the suits are your big things. And then even if Charge is here, you can just get that at the end, right before a Mother Brain. But, like, if you've abandoned this, you just kind of have to let it go in this light area Chozo, I think. Especially in this 4-1. You're playing a very good opponent in MM2. I don't think this backup makes a lot of sense. Ooh,
vanilla speed booster. Exactly what MM2 wanted to see there. But Spaceship's not a bad pickup, Duck, but like you said, with no suits and criteria, like it's a tough ask.
Yeah, I mean, movement does pay you back, so Derxu's gonna be moving a little bit faster in every room than MM2, but MM2 is just 100 rooms away at this point. It's got a pretty big route lead. Maybe Derxu is sticking with wreck ship. At this point, I almost do like the wreck ship play, since Derxu's gone, I think, a little bit off the way. It might be able to get bailed out by that.
Yeah, there could be, like you said, could be a charge, could be gravity suit at wreck ship. That could definitely tip the balance for Derxu. But MM2 just, he's turning on the afterburners here, like you said, Doug, making his checks. and just with that Varia suit in hand, there you go.
Come
He's
on,
win.
M2. No.
Oh.
I think you should definitely be going down. I mean, yeah, 0 E-Tank Dragon would be pretty gross. I guess there's still more locations here to find. It's not that bad. You could see he was really debating it, but
Really thinking about it. Yeah.
the randomizer does have, once you have Varia, it does have reduced elemental damage, so you're going to take even less damage from the grapple points than you would in vanilla. But yeah, 1 E-Tank would be a bit oof.
Yeah, big time. Big time. He does find a reserve tank there at
It's funny. Normally, you're like so rooting for these Chozos to be like a major. Like, I want high jump or I want speed. MM2 is rooting for these things to be energy tanks right now. It's like, just give me one. I just need one.
But Derxu with a nice pickup though at Alpha PBs with high jump. So Derxu going off the beaten path a little bit, but finding a lot of comfy movement items that should make his rooms faster, especially once he reaches bubble and can hook up with that speed booster in the vanilla location.
Yeah, it's still early enough that the movement advantage for Derxu could actually be a pretty big decider. I'm actually surprised MM2 missed those high jumps. Skipping alpha missiles is a little bit of a reach. I suppose he found Varia and just said just decided to greenlight going to LN or Norfair. Yeah. Which makes sense if you do find that first. I guess he had the option of going up or down. I didn't quite see where he entered Red Tower. If he entered from the middle and he had to pick up or down, just pick down, and that was Varia, and then that's where Norfair was, then it makes sense.
And just a reserve tank at X-Ray. We will have a high jump check here from MM2. Another reserve tank found. But
as long as
if he goes all the way up to Ice, Duck.
Well, he still needs to find Kraid. I think that's the main reason to pull out of that upper Norfair. He's also worried about screw attack being the item that's like if you do an early Norfair like this. Well, with that charge beam, that would greenlight me skipping screw attack because worst case scenario it's gravity, but I already have grapple. So I might be able to just skip gravity. It'll be slow, obviously, but especially in these 4-1 matchups, I think some aggression like that is probably warranted.
Yeah.
But yeah, charge is a good find. I mean, MM2 is gravity away from go mode here. I mean, technically, even with the 2 E-Tanks. With the 2 reserves, that's... Well, I guess you need 3 reserve. Yeah, you need 3 total, right? So he needs either 1 more E-Tank or reserve, and then he's going to go.
Reserve, my goodness.
Yeah, he'd have a Pea Shooter from Mother Brain, so probably check a few more locations. But
200-shot fight or something, or more. Who knows? But Varia suit there for Derxu. Also, shout-outs to our tracker, Lomi and Jones. Thank you so much for signing up to track this race. Doing a terrific job. All the trackers in this tournament have been great. And there's what MM2 wanted at Ice.
Go mode, baby. Let's go.
That's go mode. That is go mode.
It's almost. Getting to Dragon's vanilla location would be a trick right now. Unfortunately, that space jump is miles away. M2 is really not going to find that, but... Yeah, the big thing Derxu has got in his pocket is he did find his routing has been, I don't want to say worse, but just like M2 has been on like the golden path, I'll say. But Derxu did pick up the high jump and did pick up the space jump with this routing. We'll soon have speed, so having high jump. Anyone who's played this, just having speed is really awkward. Even just having high jump is a little awkward. Most people are used to playing with high jump and speed for most of SM, so having high jump and speed can just be a huge movement advantage. Not only is it just faster, you're just more used to it, so you're going to be able to use your normal strats.
And wow, we got a vanilla Kraid warehouse here. Really no choice though, right?
Yeah, we'll see if MM2 wants to take the save here. All bosses are killable.
I think it would be prudent.
Yeah, I would save here. Choice. It's pretty... Especially without high jump, it's pretty easy to mess up the high jump plus grapple escape once or twice, and just being in a bad spot. So, gonna go for it though.
Wow, he's got ice water in his veins, Doug.
Yeah, I think Dragon is the worst thing to be here. Even Ridley, you have Screw Attack, you have 35 supers. Ridley wouldn't be too much of an issue. Dragon is what you're rooting against, and it's not. It's Fantoon.
So that could definitely work out in MM2's favor if gravity is somewhere in the wrecked ship, because we have not seen it yet. So it could be Lower Norfair, wrecked ship, or Meridia, but it certainly isn't in Brinstar.
Yeah, I think the big call right now is what do you do with that Screw Attack location, which tends to be the big call a lot in a lot of these seeds.
Yeah, that's such a tough check too. I mean, green gate glitch, and then if you don't have a great way to get out of there, wow, what a fight from MM2 with that air Doppler finishing with a super. Really nice fight. But Derxu about to close the gap and maybe even extend the movement item gap here with that speed booster pickup. That wasn't a huge gap of time that MM2 had the booster ahead of Derxu, so I think that really plays well for Derxu with his movement items here.
Well, that and like I said, MM2 has had speed, no high jump, which is a bit of a mixed blessing. A lot of times it slows you down just because your jumps are so weird now. So sure, you speed up a little bit on flat ground, but it's pretty easy to lose time. Even with by experienced random player like MM2, it's just such an odd item set, such a weird movement feel. So at this point, I think MM2 is definitely just going to beeline. I mean, I was talking about Screw Attack. You also have the Croc Call. It's pretty hard to abandon both of them, especially with MM2 not having high jump. In Derxu's situation, having high jump and grapple and space jump, I'm a little bit more inclined to just say, you know what? I can technically get to Dragon. I'm not going to worry about it. For MM2, it's going to be a little bit of a different choice. So it's not just the one item; it's both, really.
They do play awfully well together, Duck.
Yeah, not sure what this save is for. Oh, it's not a save. It's this jump.
He's ramping up to make it to the top of bubble here, so he's got to be thinking about Lower Norfair. But Derxu's already there.
Yeah, Derxu's already here, but Derxu doesn't have the boss kill in hand that MM2 does, so
that's a good point.
MM2 does still technically have the lead here.
And the charge beam, because Derxu hasn't been to Business Center yet.
Yeah, Derxu will find that.
Charge isn't great.
Charge is weird in that the time saved from finding it early isn't necessarily having charge beam, unless you have other beams already. The time saved from finding charge early is you don't have to worry about finding it, so there's less. You're gonna go out of your way a little bit less, I think. So Derxu will stumble into it soon enough. I don't think having it here, especially just with P-Shot, really would have is going to help at all. But Derxu will find it soon enough, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, Derxu too, definitely closing the ammo gap. 35 supers apiece for both runners. That's, if Ridley's vanilla, should be a very, very fast fight.
Yeah, a little bit of a low health. This health is even worse than like an 80% amount because gravity does prevent some extra damage. So it's like having one E-tank here going into Ridley. But the flip side of that, the 35 super fight makes the fight a lot easier. Especially for Derxu, who's got high jump speed and screw attack. If you're going to be going into... Oh, and space jump. Like, just throw that on the pile. Like, if you're going to be going into Ridley with no health, these are the majors you want. Like...
Speaking of health, though, I mean, MM2's got to do well to be careful here. You had 120 in the reserve tank, but just hanging out at 37 right now. Definitely needs Maybe thinking about crystal flashing. I don't know.
Nah, probably not. It does have screw attack, so it makes it pretty safe. Although it's pretty easy just to like kind of like flub one of your inputs. We do have a Dragon here, which is again I think arguably worse than a Ridley with this health. Once again, Derxu having that high jump will have a much easier time escaping than.
For sure.
I wouldn't say much. It is easier. I mean, technically they could both one-shot it. I have faith in both of them, but just a little bit more, just to be a little bit more precise without high jump. Very nice quick kill there.
Brilliant quick kill, I'll say.
Yeah, and you can see
really nice from Derxu.
You can see the Varia and the rando changes, just like how little, like kill Dragon with a grapple kill of only 50 health. Like it, having Varia just helps a ton.
I'll say, no question about it. Ooh.
So there's that ice beam. Yeah. So if I'm Derxu, I'm probably considering myself in go mode once I find that charge beam, which he will stumble into fairly soon. Doesn't know about that yet, so he still might make the call to go to screw attack. But yeah, in his shoes, once I find charge, which will happen sooner than later, since we know where it is, I'm just like, I'm in go. I'll check majors that are in my path just in case it's gravity, but I'm gonna turn on the jets here.
Yeah. That sounds like it. Sounds like it's the appropriate play.
And so. Yeah, MM2 is not going to have high jump, so it's going to be way harder of a call for him. Especially with, I believe high jump was alpha. Yeah, it was alpha power bombs. If he decides to come back up through Meridia, might just miss that.
He might. He very well could. And like you said, that is
no, without high jump, you can't come through West Meridia. So yeah, MM2 will probably make the play to go to wreck ship first. Might find the high jump, and that might change his plan once he does.
Something I love about Randomizer, Duck, is these seeds are often so intricate, and like what the runners can and can't do at any given moment. It makes for a very exciting experience, both as viewer and commentator. Another perfect quick kill there from MM2. But this is going to be, like you said, Duck, I'm not trying to belabor the point, but this escape without high jump is pretty tough.
Yeah, I don't suspect MM2 is going to have any issues with it. Definitely a veteran of it. But yeah, if you were watching the whole time, I was a little critical of Derxu's routing at the beginning. But you can see, like, and I sort of stand by the point where it's I didn't really agree with the routing, but did pick up those movement items, and those movement items, you know, may make up the difference here quite easily, honestly.
They're paying dividends right now, Doug.
Yeah, they are really paying off. So I think Derxu had a, you know, maybe it wasn't the right call, and then you could see there was a little bit of a double clutching about going wreck ship before he decided it wasn't the right idea. True. Just, yeah, getting the high jump, getting the space jump is opening up a lot of options. And MM2 does first try it. Very nicely done.
Oh, man. That is spectacular stuff from MM2. Very nicely done.
The flip side of that is, you know, Derxu might say, like, okay, I'm going to just plan on finishing this Gravless unless Grav's in my path. And MM2 might have to search for a couple more things and might stumble into Grav. And then MM2 will have the movement advantage. So this is I tend to find Chozo pretty straightforward from a race standpoint. This is probably the most interesting race I've watched because they've that little bit of divergence, and again, even something I don't think was necessarily the correct thing to do is making this really entertaining.
Yeah, no doubt, Doug. I mean, just like you said at the beginning of the match with the Chozo. With the majors through the Chozo statues, like it makes the pool so much smaller, you know. It tightens everything up. It makes it so that you're really not hunting for charge, you're really not hunting for suits. But then those suits and those other key items could be in really out of the way places like Plasma or Shack Tool or what have you.
Derxu did opt to not chase Screw Attack without knowing charge. So that's an interesting call. It does have the option to, like, front lava dive it, like, you know, like, okay, let me check, you know, I can check the crate area, I can check the two majors I haven't seen in Upper Norfair yet, and if all of that comes up a blank, then maybe I can redive for Screw Attack. He's doing Croc though. If that was your plan, I would.
Choice.
Yeah, I'd put this off just in case the stuff I have is just right over here. Croc's a little slow. I'm not exactly sure about the lay. It could be Croc. I think Croc is vanilla, which is a pretty awkward location to get back to. So it might just be wiser just to be doing it right now, especially with. I mean, Derxu is. We know where Charge is. We know Derxu will find it pretty naturally.
right.
He obviously doesn't. So the call makes more sense from that perspective. I tend to find that if you know where everything is, you play a lot better. So.
Well spoken, Doug. Well spoken.
That's true. This cannot be Charge in Chozo. Pointed out by D-Web here in chat. So yeah, that does make. I mean, that's another reason.
Like hard locked cannot be Charge Beam.
Yeah. Just because the way Chozo works is the seeds can be beaten by just picking up the Chozos, and literally no minors. So you just do not have enough ammo. In logic, you're only going to get 10-10. And in the settings we're using, that's not enough ammo logically for Croc. Although it's for anyone who's 4-1, that's plenty of ammo. But yeah,
right.
But still, it does have logical implications, which means like really the only thing that can ever be here that you want is Gravity or Varia. As far as the big three.
Oh my goodness. Well,
so Derxu is going to be in go mode real soon here, and it looks like MM2 has opted to not chase Croc, which I mean makes sense. Again, like you only need Gravity, you have Ice already, you have Grapple. You know, you're thinking like I could just suitless it. Derxu is going to run into this Charge Beam, and I think is going to be, even though MM2 is still like pretty far ahead in the route, is going to run into a lot of slowdown when MM2, because at this point MM2 is going to be doing it graveless. That's just what's going to happen. Probably will go to Wreck Ship, might even clear Wreck Ship, depending on thinking like maybe I can get Gravity here, which is pretty slow, and then we'll have to do suitless Meridia, which MM2 is more than capable of doing, obviously by that.
No, for sure, he's
Suitless
capable,
Dragon. But it is just just not having Gravity suit is slower, just straight up. I don't care how good you are.
The advantage to Derxu right now is considerable.
Especially when MM2 finds those high jump boots, that's definitely going to greenlight him to just be like to committing to potentially doing it graveless. There's zero chance he comes back down on the Warfare to find the grav.
Now with Dragon defeated, Duck, don't have to worry about Botun, but that's if they can find the transition to kind of boomerang through Meridia.
It's light area though, so it's only in one of two places.
Okay, one of two places.
It's either back of Wreck Ship or... The thing is, like, if you are doing suitless, you really don't want to be going through West Meridia. You're just going to go through Wreck Ship. And then you're just kind of left with whatever door that gives you. But even if you find the front, you could just drop down a sand pit and then go up toilet. So you always have the option.
That's a pretty good option, especially because MM2 looks like he's orphan Gravity suit here.
Yeah, and he's going to find this... in MM2's mind, this is going to be like go-ish mode.
Go-ish, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just has charged ice, so wants a beam, would like to find Gravity. Gravity would obviously speed him up, as we were talking about, but he's going to go to the bosses, and I don't think he's going to do much more. Anything like too far out of the way, I think he's just going to abandon. So, I mean, it's always been a race, but it really truly is a race now because Derxu is about to find that charge beam, and that will also be go mode for him. That will be go mode. Except again, probably wants a beam, so with just charged ice, a couple quick checks would probably be warranted.
MM2 finding Main Street there. But not committing yet. Still,
Yeah, like I said, if
still
you're doing it suitless,
thinking
you're just going to
straight.
attack it through a wreck ship. So going up to wreck
Yeah.
ship, killing that boss, and then coming down to Meridia makes sense. I mean, MM2 does have a pretty big, just route lead here. Already has 2 bosses down. Derxu's still working on the second one. MM2, I could very easily see MM2 still winning this, even with suitless. Like I said, MM2 is definitely a veteran of it, knows how to attack it, knows how to do it.
He's terrific at Suitless Meridia, but maybe a little miscue here from M2. Maybe got his transitions a little bit mixed up, or
I just don't think he's seen all these yet.
oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, of light area, you tend not to care about the info as much, and you'll just be like, well, I'll just figure it out on the way back.
Right. Oh, so we are gonna have the gauntlet play here.
Yeah, I mean, gauntlet here. This is MM2 is basically saying, like, he knows grab can't be hurt. He's like, I either want this to be a beam or space jump, and he's gonna get space jump. So
He's gonna get space jump, yeah. But how about over on Derxu's side, Duck? It looks like he's going down the Lower Norfair elevator here.
yeah, what is
Maybe checking GT or Screw Attack rather.
why?
I'm not sure.
Like I said, Derxu's more of a go mode than MM2 is. I mean, sure, you'd like a better beam, but I mean, honestly, like, even if you don't find any more beams, check some minors and get some more supers.
Right.
That
yeah.
is also going to speed up your mother brain.
Ooh, how about that double soups at the back of Gauntlet? Love to see it. That's gonna bring MM2, giving him tremendous firepower.
Yeah, like I just said, like, if you can't find another beam, just getting more. I mean, MM2 is almost in the point where you could just do ammo mother brain, and then just has the safety of, like, oh, if I miss a shot or something, I can just pump a couple charge shots into her face.
Yeah.
And so you're not gonna soft lock. Because yeah, if you just have charge ice, you almost basically want to have ammo, mother brain ammo, anyways, and then just kind of like supplement a couple shots. There's the wave beam.
Wave beam, yeah.
That's one of the better things Derxu could find, because that means MM2 is not going to find a more powerful beam, but again, has so much ammo, it doesn't matter that much.
Right you are, Doug. Right you are. It's so interesting to watch these runners take just, I wouldn't say diametrically opposite, but very different decision-making processes throughout this race. It's been a tight one. I think it's still, even though they're at opposite sides of the map right now, I think it's a lot closer than we think.
I think this screw attack play from Derxu is gonna put him too far behind at this point.
I think it was costly. I don't think if it was plasma, that's one thing. But even chat saying if it was plasma.
Yeah, I mean, it being plasma is anything Derxu found down there is a double win, because Derxu will have it and MM2 won't. But like I said, like, plasma will be the best, but MM2 just has so much ammo. Like, the beam is playing much less of an effect here as far as time save.
But still a lot of race left, Duck. Still a lot of race left.
Yeah, I mean, MM2 is doing the suitless. That is absolutely gonna slow him down.
We are gonna get a fan tune kill here from Derxu into Kraid's warehouse, but that means that fan tune here for MM2 could be either Ridley or Kraid.
Yeah, we haven't even seen a vanilla boss, so
So I think for boss shuffle, up to 2 can be vanilla, correct, Doug?
yeah, just by math, you can't have 3 because the last one doesn't have anything to switch with. So, like, technically the only thing that's hard excluded is 4, and then just the way that counting works, that also excludes 3, just by definition.
Yeah. Well, this will be a quick in and out for him too, and maybe he can then concentrate on suitless Meridia.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at a right side super check here, just as a hedge.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it
is
just
like the
suitless is
fan
so
tune boss
slow. I do like, if you are looking at a suitless, I do like a couple of those quick checks, and then even again, like a beam would help a lot too. So I mean, literally any major. I don't know how many minors we have left in statues. It could be that MM2 just knows that it's a major here. I think we have too many. No, there's too many left. That there's more than just force chojos left, so it's not guaranteed to be a major, but pretty likely. And then for MM2's perspective, wave, spacer, plasma, and gravity are all good. Yeah, we're gonna see right here. This makes perfect sense.
You get the item behind crate, and you get this because you've already defeated Fantoon. So yeah, this is a good play here.
Yeah, just a minor.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd pick that up. Again, you have such a bad beam, and like you're almost in natural mother brain ammo territory, anyways. Like that will probably actually save you 7 seconds by picking it up, assuming you don't find another beam.
It very well could. How about an energy tank though? That's useful. I know he's got plenty of reserves, but just having those 3 energy tanks, I feel like is a good security blanket for runners new and old.
Oh, he came in. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you entered wreck ship from Forgotten Highway.
Yeah, light area when I'm commentating, it confuses me sometimes because like
they're like flip-flopped.
Yeah, it's just because like again, like I said, the structure's always the same. Like structurally, it's the same. So like in my mind, it's like, oh, he needs to go to Meridia, and I'm like, that's not the way to Meridia, silly. It's like, wait, well, this time it is though. So
it certainly is.
And I know most of the modes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Sulas can actually be on logic. So for all MM2 knows, gravity is just here.
Yeah, it's a distinct possibility. But
it's pretty unlikely in Chozo because like it would have to basically be plasma. I guess it could be spring ball.
Ick.
Yeah, that's incredibly. I don't even know if it is a thing in hard mode SMZ3. I don't know if it's a thing here.
Oh my goodness. Oh, now this is. Oh yeah, it's going up to yeah.
A little surprised at the plasma skip. Like I said, like it's a pretty. If gravity's here, it's gonna be there almost certainly. So.
I love the commitment then. Just being like, forget gravity, just focus on killing the boss and getting back to Torian.
Yeah, the issue is it's actually if you make a mistake here, and I didn't want to. Yeah, if you fall between those two right there, I'm pretty sure that's GG's.
It's GG's, yeah.
So I didn't know how to get out of it. I did it in a practice scene. I'm like, I'm done. We're good here.
Yep. let me just save scum away out of this, and we'll try again.
Oh, I reset, and I was like, this is like 40 minutes ago, so we're done. We're good. I'm not doing this again.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
That's the point of practice. Now I at least know about it.
Yeah. I think this has the potential though for Derxu to be really good, well routed, because he does have the gravity suit. Space jump makes any part of Meridia just so easy, and with connection to wreck ship. Yeah, oh man, it's tough to say, Duck. I'm still on the fence right now.
Yeah, I mean Derxu just has such a clean shot at the end here. Like I said, when you first start the siege, you just want to go to Lower Norfair and you want to come up, and you want to do Meridia on the way up, and then finish with wreck ship, and then go to Turian. Derxu had a couple pit stops, but is more or less doing that overall route. Where MM2 is obviously doing the suitless stuff and everything. So, yeah, I mean Derxu just has such a clean shot at the end here, and is just going to have such a movement advantage of gravity.
Right.
That it's tough to say.
Oh man, MM2 came so close to getting that one round Botoon with no suit. That was really spectacular, landing those supers. Just has to land one more. It's Botoon being a total jerk.
Good old Peanut Head.
Great name. Great name.
Yeah, I want to say Derxu's in the lead. Like, just... I mean, you can see them in, like... Derxu's just flying here.
Yeah.
With his suit. Or MM2 is literally running through mud.
It's tough. Suitless. It takes a lot of commitment, and it's tough, and it's just like you said. It's moves like molasses in January, even when well executed. And Derxu is just going to be a freight train through in and out of Meridia,
And in and out of wreck ship.
That
I mean,
fight over with.
Derxu does have, I mean, right now MM2 has the 3 bosses where Derxu only has 2, but, you know, that MM2 trip, that wreck ship trip is going to be so quick for Derxu.
Yeah.
Just go down, punch Crate in the face, and goodbye.
Yeah. But then does Derxu have the information that, you know, he's checked all these different transitions and things? Does he know to go to Retro Bryn and go to meme route to get to Torian?
Yeah, it might be. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple extra checks and criteria. God, I remember when I said at the beginning just that Torian information might be the difference. That might, despite everything that's happened, how wild this has been, that could still be the difference.
It very well could be. It very well could be just an extra check, an extra transition check from Derxu, unless he's, you know, keeping really good tabs on it.
D-Web is saying Derxu did check all the rest of the criteria, so...
Okay.
I don't know how you people keep track of this stuff. Why aren't you commentating?
Yeah, no kidding. You could put us out of a job easily.
Usually I say that sarcastically, but this is unsarcastic. Like, no, you're paying way more attention than I am.
I don't have a great feel for full area, so light area is a little bit easier, but still, it can be a little tricky. Really nice Ridley fights from both runners here, just emptying those supers into him. Wow. Within seconds of each other.
Derxu finally passes MM2 in this part of the map. Does have more stuff to do, but is faster. So it's so hard to tell. And there's Spazer for both of them.
Spazer for both of them. So
this is the weirdest frame for frame I've ever seen. Where, yeah, they're right on top of each other, but they're nowhere close to each other at the same time.
I know. Oh, it's almost too much. It's almost too much, Doug. That is crazy. Look at that. Oh my! Look at the execution from MM2. That was brilliant. Oh man, I think during season 3 of Rando League, I think Sloters might have pioneered that. I'm not 100% sure.
I need to practice that, which is kind of an annoying thing. There's not really a way in the practice act to do it.
Right. But yeah, the coveted wiggle jump from MM2, really, really nicely done. But is Gravity Suit going to be the difference maker for Derxu? Still having to go to Wreck Ship. It's just a pop in, pop out, defeat Kraid. Very unlikely to even be checking.
Yeah, and
Kraid with this item loadout.
Honestly, I'm realizing they both actually want to go to Wreck Ship, just with what they're doing. All Derxu is going to have to do is make a quick pit stop to Kraid.
Right.
So, like...
Straight down, straight up.
Yeah, MM2 still has to go through Wreck Ship, even. So, the actual route lead was smaller than it looked. So, every inch that Derxu can pile up here with this, having this gravity suit is going to be big.
Oh, no question about it. It's been such a tight and such a good race, especially now that it's starting to converge here at the end.
And then even MM2's got 20 more supers, so like...
Oh, yeah.
Derxu could hit Mother Brain sooner, and MM2 could potentially pass in a Mother Brain fight. Like,
oh my goodness.
This is such a wild race.
Did get that Spacer Beam completing kind of the any percent new route beam combination. It's a 60 shot Mother Brain, but still 40 supers on tap is nothing to sneeze at. Yeah,
basically we're gonna know where these guys are relative to each other once they enter the back of a Forgotten Highway.
Yeah,
because MM2 was gonna go. Well, he does have high jump and space jump, so he can kind of get through there okay. But Derxu will still be a little bit cleaner. So yeah, as soon as we get through the water in the back of Forgotten Highway. Actually, there's water on the bottom too. It's gonna get slowed down. So we really won't. Actually, we're really not gonna know this lead.
Oh, this is gonna be so close, Doug.
Yeah, MM2 isn't. I think MM2 has this at this point. It is gonna get to Forgotten Highway faster. It's not gonna be that much slower, and then is gonna have an advantage in the Mother Brain fight. So yeah, MM2's got the lead here.
Ooh,
Especially with that stand-up. Oof, that's unfortunate.
KQK from Derxu, that's gotta sting.
I think MM2 is going to be a little surprised when he's... Assuming he holds on to this, there's still a lot of game left, but doing the suitless, knowing the suit's just somewhere, I think he might be a little surprised coming away with this win.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Okay, can MM2 get to... Oh, he fell down too. Oh no.
Doug, he could go all the
All right, there we go. We're back up.
We're back.
Still has some... There's still some water though to slow him down.
I know it. I know it, Doug. Just one last little slap in the face there for not having gravity suit. My goodness. The punish.
It's gonna be close enough going to turning that, like, you know, MM2 might still have the lead, but like execution, like, you don't see a lot of randomizers come down to turn execution. This might be one of them. Oh my god, he's so close. It's like Jaws.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
He's like some sort of unstoppable school guy. Okay, MM2 is out of all the water. Oh wait, no, you're gonna get slowed down in Torian too because you don't have gravity. This is the fire.
Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so, Doug. The Derxu train is coming.
I mean, MM2 is a RBO runner, so used to doing Turian like this. But yeah, doing Turian without gravity can actually be a little weird. It does have the like RBO equipment you would have, so this is pretty standard for him. But if he had something weird like just like speed only or something, your Turians can go kind of sideways. Oh no, he missed the guy!
He missed the space pirate MM2. No! Oh my god!
It's right there.
Oh, MM2, in spite of himself, trying to get Derxu back into this race. No, that's not fair to say. It's been a spellbinding one though. It's been a fantastic race so far.
I was kind of rooting for Derxu to have a little bit of a lead because I wanted to see the Mother Brain pass with the literally just the extra 20 super.
With the extra ammo, yeah.
MM2 remembering you don't actually have to kill those guys. Oh yeah, the doors.
Oh, I love it. And of course, the area refill here on the Torian elevator is just so crucial. Such a crucial change to the game.
And I'm turning off screw attack and turning on spring ball, and we all die on the inside a little bit.
No. Doesn't want those Metroids to bounce off, and still needs to do ice zeb skip. Can't reset those iframes. Oh no. The lava duck. Or whatever it is down here.
Yeah, like I said, this is pretty standard for RBO, so... Well, that's a strat. I've never seen that one before.
I love that, yeah. Death from above on the Metroid Room 2 Metroids.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, he messed up. And I was like, oh wait, no, that's the way he does it, apparently. Interesting.
Oh my gosh, another super close race. This has just been terrific from start to finish. Such different routing.
Is ahead by the entire Turian. Had a very clean Turian. Like I said, having the RBO experience definitely helped him too. Okay, Derxu doing it the way I'm used to seeing it. Didn't get the D-Biz though.
The standard.
This could be.
Torian.
God, a baby skip would be big change here.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, baby skip could decide this very easily.
Oh, and Derxu has wave. That makes the baby skip like
my
a billion
gosh,
times.
that's
Yeah,
right.
MM2's not even going for it. If Derxu can hit this baby skip,
Oh my god.
I don't think it's going to put him in head, but oh god, it's going to tighten up so close.
I think Derxu takes the lead here, Doug. I really do.
Nah, he's still gotta load the.
Oh
M2 is
yeah,
just
you
gonna
need
have
to gotta load
to.
the cutscene. No, just making it even closer, right?
Yeah, M2 does have that super lead too. It's just gonna be able to unload
That's
into
true.
Motherbrain.
Needs to
I mean,
make
Dirks has
sure
got
that
full PRKD beam, so like it's only gonna be a couple extra shots, not that big of a deal. Come on, Derxu.
he's got the moss cleared, jump rope through the
Oh,
wall.
baby.
Oh my gosh. We're converging, Duck. It's converging. I am practically speechless right now.
A Zeb skip. Any Zeb skip issues from M2 here?
Go first.
Or
try.
Dirks. I think Dirksu might do the
Derxu, yeah.
spring ball skip here.
Oh, he's going
he's doing the down
like
back.
went for down back, yeah.
Oof.
Oh no.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, Dirksu's gonna be so mad when he watches this restream.
Tough. That is
Especially
so tough.
if MM2 makes any mistake in this Motherbrain fight, or even just the escape. Like they were so close. Just some executional mistakes from M2 could have been the difference.
That is spectacular, Doug. From both of these runners, just what an amazing race.
Yeah, that GT play is. If Derxu didn't go down to GT,
Might have had this one in hand.
I mean, definitely. That's so much. I mean, there's seconds between these two guys right now, and that was like
I know it.
at a minimum like a minute and a half. I think more. I mean, got wave out of it, but I just don't think it's really paid off nearly enough.
Right, right.
There is the rainbow beam from MM2. We have seen some wild Leodox rooms, I guess I'll say. So,
Leodox room has lived up to its name for sure.
yeah, especially when you've had a run like MM2, where it's like you've done all this suitless stuff and like you haven't seen a dot done yet. The nerves can be real.
That heart starts pounding in your chest. Hands get a little slippery. Who knows what could happen on the escape? But yeah, to see both of them, like given how this started, to see both of them in the baby cutscene ahead of Motherbrain 3, just a testament to both of their skills and their experience.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, MM2 is basically ahead by the entire cutscene, which is fairly long. It would require quite the escape throw.
Yeah. But Chad pointing out, Doug, that if MM2 misses the Behemoth Spark, he can't roll it back. He won't.
Yeah,
be able to
I mean,
move
that's
through the acid.
That's true, but like I said, it's MM2's got a pretty substantial lead at this point.
Still, though, incredibly close. Lots of drama, lots of interesting plays. And that is a dead Motherbrain 3 for MM2 about to start the escape. Gonna be finishing this one sub-hour, which is really impressive given his loadout.
Yeah, that's actually sub-hour suitless is crazy.
Let's see, Derxu getting into that shooting rhythm, got to land those 36 shots. And finally put an end to Motherbrain 3.
Alright, here's Leodox room.
The room which will live in infamy forever. Look at that. Smooth operator operating correctly, Doug.
Do you know when I was a kid, I thought the song "Smooth Operator" was called "Ooh Bobarada." I thought that's what she was saying.
I love that.
I was like 20 when I like saw the song. I was like, "What song is "Smooth Operator"?" And I'm
No,
like,
it's
"Oh,
Barbarita. Oh my goodness.
I just thought it was like mumbly words. I don't know." Anyways, MM2, not having the worst escape of his life, is going to win this match with a sub hour. Incredibly impressive run from both these runners.
GG's M2 finishes with an official race time of 58:30. GG's. But Derxu not far behind,
Yeah,
Doug.
the getting the escape sniped is always a bad feel.
Into the landing site, just gotta take one big leap onto that ship. And Derxu finishing in the runner-up position today with an official race time of 59:06, so 36 seconds between these runners. GG's.
Yeah, quite the race. We're now joined by MM2. GG.
GG's. Holy what? This is like the third race of mine where it's been within a minute and I've won. Like, what is this?
MM2, you were just out there gaming, man.
Yeah, I am very glad I did that practice seat and actually practiced the Ridley Dre grav jump after that. Because then I was like, oh, this is free. I can totally go for it in a race. And then I went for it in a race and got it.
The classic wiggle jump. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah.
Saying it's not easy to practice because you can't just boot up the practice hack. Like, you gotta...
Yeah, the one practice seat I did last night happened to have Ridley at Dragon. And I was like, okay, well, I should probably practice this. And then I did. So, paid off.
Yeah, if you still have that file, I think I need you to send it to me.
Do you play on SNES 9X?
No.
Well, then I can't help you.
Oh, jeez. I just have the permalink.
I can give you that.
Oh, yeah, there you go. And we
Looks
are
like
now
Doug's
joined
joined
by Derxu. GG's.
Yeah.
GG's, Derxu.
Yeah. GG MM2. Insane.
So I think the question a lot of people are wondering is, why did you decide to check screw attack?
Just for beam power, basically. I had ice in charge at this point, and like, I don't know, 40 ammo, 40 supers. Yeah, I just thought it would be worth going for like some kind of beam.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking the ice charge isn't great, but yeah, at that point it's like just minors will speed you up too. So I mean, it ended up being, I think that call ended up really being the difference. I mean, you guys can see that one of you has gravity, one of you does not. So it was quite fun watching. MM2 had like the route lead for most of it, and Derxu, you just had that gravity, so you were just trucking through all the stuff that MM2 was basically walking through mud on. And we really didn't know who was ahead until MM2 got back into criteria, and it was really close.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Also, shoutouts to like 0 E-tanks for 15 plus minutes. That was lovely.
Yeah, we were joking that normally you're like, man, I really hope there's a major here. It's very rare you go like, man, I hope there's an E-tank here when you're in Norfair with Varia. Like, but you were definitely in that situation, to the point where it was like Ridley wasn't even the scary boss, Dragon was, because you had to do the grapple kill.
Yeah, it was Dragon. It was like it's if you get hit by Dragon or missed a quick kill, you're dead. And also the key hunters are scary because like they one shot you.
Yeah, but you had screw, to be fair. I mean, any wrong button input would kill you, sure, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. In my defense, though, I did take a hit on the bottom key hunter going into back of Lower Norfolk when I did end up going there, so that was like, okay, well, that justifies my decision.
In your defense, you play.
In my defense, I sucked.
Yeah, in defense, I'm terrible. Anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just teasing, obviously, but
Oh yeah.
This was. I was saying that I find the Chozos to be pretty straightforward, especially from a race standpoint, and this is the most interesting Chozo race I've ever seen, with someone getting gravity, some not, and just the different routing decisions. This was a really exciting one.
Yeah, I echo Duck's sentiments completely. It was a terrific race.
Well, as always, I'm glad to put up a good race. I'm glad people enjoyed. And of course, big GG's to Derxu.
Yeah, GG's to you as well, dude. Insane one. Whatever.
Yeah. So if this MM2 does move to 5-1, which I'm pretty sure puts you at the minimum puts you in for the playoff tiebreaker. So congrats. I think 5 wins is what most people are aiming for. And Derxu, not out of it. You are 4-2. You will have an opportunity to match that next week. The advantage of winning so many games, even this late, is just taking one loss against a strong opponent is not gonna doom you. So you guys both have a really good shot of being in the playoffs.
Yeah, pressure's still on.
Yeah, just gotta win one more.
One more.
And I would very much like to win one more so that I can watch from the sidelines on that play-in race, which I'm sure is actually going to be sick. Because it'll probably
it's going to be a nasty race, I think.
Yeah, it'll probably end up being like a race between like 15 really good people, and it's just don't get like in the last 2 spots. That's probably how it's going to be, or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's going to be too many 5-2s that there's not going to be 16, but there's only going to be it'll be interesting because I feel like you're going to be playing for not last, so we might see a lot of conservative plays in it. So we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, and if you like just have a terrible run in the play-in race like Nebdy's saying, that would just be heartbreaking. So yeah, I hope I don't have to play in that race.
I think honestly the bigger thing isn't so much being scared of the play-in race. It's if you are in the play-in race, that means you're going to be pulling one of the top players in the playoffs because you're going to be in the bottom half.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, there's I've said this a lot on commentary and in my interviews too, that winning is good and winning makes your life easier. So very shocking revelations for me, I know.
Yeah. Also brings me back to right after I lost to Cutie in week 1, I was like, all right, well, I can still
losing to Cutie.
Yeah. Oh my god, I swear, Cutie like beat me and then just turn on the throwing mode. Like,
how are you the one person to lose to Cutie in this?
I don't know, Doc. Like, I legitimately don't know. I didn't even think I played like terribly. I just got absolutely shafted by the seed. Like,
man, if that guy needs coaching, what do you need?
Therapy, Doc.
I was gonna say that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But I was like, after I lost to Kitty, I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just win out and not be in the play-in race, or take one loss in the rest of the regular season. Easy. And now we're one match away from that. So, yeah.
Well, it's been wonderful to watch MM2 and Derxu watch your competitiveness and your commitment to this tournament. Love Swiss rounds. Hope you both make it into the playoff because I'd love to see you in action still.
Heck yeah. Also, shoutouts to Pancake Room, a million times worse without gravity.
Oh,
I actually have like a decent strat for it both ways with gravity because Mappa mostly. I'm not even joking. But without gravity, I just cry.
You play RBO too. I don't want to hear it.
I haven't run RBO seriously in like months, Doug. Like the last time I actually ran RBO seriously was like the relay, which was like 9 months ago. So
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say that, and then you did Graveless Turian like perfectly. So
Max Suitless.
Max Suitless.
Which doesn't go Forgotten Highway for actually. I'll amend that. My route doesn't go Forgotten Highway. The optimal route does. But the optimal route is stupid.
Anyways.
Anyways.
All right, Hockey. I told you before I'm terrible at closing, so I'll let you wrap it up from here. The final comments from everyone.
Thank you so very much, Doug, for co-commenting this amazing race between mm2nescartridge and Derxu. We have a full slate of matches this weekend, starting tomorrow. Make sure you check the schedule. Come root on your favorite runner, or even find somebody that you maybe haven't seen before, and they can become your new favorite. Anything can happen in the Super Metroid Randomizer multi-category tournament 2022 edition. And real quick shout-outs to Lomi and Jones for tracking. Did a terrific job. Trackers make these tournaments possible, makes Randomizer Restream possible. And without SpeedGaming and all the folks behind the scenes, we wouldn't have Restream. So shout-outs to them. Thank you so much for your continued support for these wonderful, wonderful tournaments. And so on behalf of SpeedGaming, the racers, the comms, the trackers, and the chat, this is the Hockey Towner wishing you all a wonderful evening and a better tomorrow.